Hi, everyone. Joyce Hall, NOTA Executive Director. Thank you for joining us today and for taking the time to listen to the great NOTA volunteer opportunities that we have available for our members. Our focus will be on the elected roles within the association. And we will start with letting you know what applications are available. We are currently seeking applications for president-elect, general board members, and regional coordinators. Today, we are going to focus on the general board member. General board members are leading the association in their volunteer positions. They advance the strategic direction and governance of the association. They also set long-term goals, who also set the tone for our member experiences. The board of directors consists of 12 general board members and 6 executive committee members, including the executive director as ex officio. And I'm happy to have one of our current general board members with us today, Sal Rizza from Southern Connecticut State University, will be joining me today to answer a few questions and give his thoughts and perspectives on being a volunteer with the association. Hi, Sal.
Hello, Joyce.
So let's go ahead and start with that first question. How did you first get involved with NOTA as a volunteer?
Okay, well, first, my name is Sal Riz. I use he, him pronouns, and I serve as a Director of Orientation, Transition, and Family Engagement at Southern Connecticut State University. And how I first got involved, so in my previous role, which OTR was part of the role, but not the primary part of the role, I was in a student activities-based position, and I had been really looking for, I guess, my home association, somewhere I would feel comfortable, confident, that'll help me grow, and more importantly, felt accepted and welcomed. And after a lot of different kind of connecting to different associations, based on my attendance at a regional conference and meeting some of the other volunteers and my professional and other professionals or colleagues within the region and the association, it just felt right. And I said, I want to be more connected to this association. And I should add also that the work of OTR is probably what I was most passionate in, other than a few other areas that I also had a passion for, but OTR probably was the area that I really wanted to explore the most. And I joined a regional conference committee. I'd actually joined a few ad hoc committees within the association in the first few years. And from there, I just continued to stay connected and stay involved with the association. And there's a plethora of reasons why, but I'll pause for a second because, as Joyce knows, and if I'm not careful, I will just go on a whole rant, and we'd be here for a very long time. And it's also because I do truly love NOTA, and I have so much that I'd want to share, but I want to be cognizant and respectful of everyone's time.
Thanks for that, Sal. So how did that previous experience you kind of mentioned lead you to apply for a general board position?
So in each position, and I don't know if anyone else is feeling this way, I never felt ready. And I always felt as if I needed more time. So even, kind of, other than the initial joining of the regional conference committee, wanting to host the conference, serving as a regional coordinator, and then eventually applying to be a board member, there was a part of me that always felt like I needed to wait and more time. And there were colleagues and professionals, and Joyce had a huge role in it, of encouraging me to apply. So the reason I say that is because sometimes the experiences that we have, everyone has a different personality or outlook on what those experiences are for them and how they prepared. And now I found myself doubting myself a little bit, But the experiences were so rich. They were richer than I thought they were. So even serving as, the chair of the publications and social media for a regional conference, it was the connecting to peers and colleagues. It was the serving in that role and learning about all of the different areas of a regional conference over a few years that I came to realize as I was serving in the role that I was prepared. So each experience has helped me prepare or to apply for each position. So the general board position, I'm sorry to preface all of that, but I wanted to address that. I think I've talked to a lot of professionals when I've asked them, hey, are you going to pursue this position or this opportunity? And they're like, you really think so? You think I don't, shouldn't I wait? Do I need more time? And I know how that felt. So for the general board position, um, the again, it was kind of the same thing. Did I feel as though I was ready? And what I had learned was in the many, many conversations and committees and groups I had been a part of, I was very prepared because I had enough context, enough information, enough experience to really be a productive board member. So those pre no, that was about preparation. In terms of what led me to it, it was the next step. It was I had served as a regional coordinator, and what did I want to do next? So for me, it was progressional. That was for not for everybody, not for everyone, but for me, it was progressional. It was that I wanted to continue to progress through the different leadership opportunities and contribute in different ways. And the general board position was right at the time. I was excited about being able to provide leadership to an association that I was deeply passionate about, and that I think I've benefited more from the opportunities than I probably contributed. And I think that I'll be able to talk a little bit about that next.
I really appreciate that perspective, Sal, because I think that a lot of people have a lot of doubts about, especially when you
Yeah.
hear general board, and that's like the top volunteer role, besides the executive committee, of course, and the president. But I really think that that perspective is really important because we are looking for people who have a variety of experiences and a variety of not only experiences within the association, but experiences within their institution type as well. So I appreciate that. So what do you get out of volunteering with NOTA?
Um, so I know I always feel like I have to preface things because there's always backstory. So just a few notes about myself professionally. I don't have a degree in higher education or student affairs, and I have been at the same institution from I graduated as an undergraduate from my institution, and I never left. So NOTA has provided me with something that I don't know if I would have gotten anywhere else.
Mm.
Um, I have been able to have a depth of understanding about the field, and so much of it came from my experience in NOTA. My professional development is deeply tied to my experiences within NOTA, both as a volunteer and as a member. And it is what I have come to realize is, and it's not just about learning about your program or how to best serve your institution or your students. The professional development, specifically, giving credit to the board and to being in some of the leadership positions, is about having difficult conversations and having productive conversations and learning how to be in different roles within those conversations, because sometimes you're the facilitator, sometimes you are the protagonist, sometimes you're in a room and in a conversation, and you may have a differing opinion than everyone else that's with you. And I've been able to take those experiences and understand how to navigate conversations in my professional life, and to be honest with you, my personal life. Often it's the development of how to see budgets, how to organize events, how to manage people. So Another area that I would mention is for myself, I'm an office of one. I work with graduate students, but I don't have professional staff. And although I haven't served as a supervisor to, let's say, the region as regional coordinator or a conference committee as a conference chair, you're still providing leadership, maybe not supervision, to a group of really talented professionals. And learning how to help manage those professionals has provided something I wouldn't have gotten anywhere else. Like there's nowhere else that would have come from. I feel as though should I choose to advance in my career, the transferable skills that volunteering from NOTA had provided to me are they're irreplaceable. And if you and you know, Joyce asked me to, Joyce said, we want to interview you. And if there's something that I want to communicate to anyone who's actually listening to me is this is genuine. This is who I am. I would say this, whether Joyce is interviewing me or somebody asked me a question personally, I believe strongly in these opportunities. I believe strongly in what the association provides. I also believe strongly that we need talented, energetic, enthusiastic, committed people to fill these roles to not only advance the association, but to fulfill the needs of our field. And if I don't stop talking, I'll start talking about how our field has its own people to contribute to the scholarship of our field, the research of our field. So there's so much that the association can offer, and I hope people can see the opportunities.
Thank you so much, Sal. I know that you would also be available to anybody if anybody has any questions, and you would be able to share so much more with folks. So I appreciate all that you said, and your perspective is really critical and important. So NOTA, this is how you can apply. So applications are now open. They opened on July 20th, and applications will close on November 17th. Elections will be from November 27th through the December 1st, and the term will begin January 1st of 2024, and it is a 3-year term. You can find the full position description and learn more about being a general board member on the Volunteer Opportunities Elected Positions page, and then you will just click on the general board member and you'll find out more information there. If you do have questions, please feel free to send an email to the NOTA email to myself. You can also reach out to the Leadership Development Committee, any of the general board members, including Sal. If you need to have any or want to have any contact information, just reach out to me or to the NOTA email, and we would be happy to send you any contact information that you would like to reach out. And of course, here's the link to the webpage for everyone that is currently serving on the executive committee, as well as the board of directors and all of our other leaders. So thank you, everyone, for taking the time. I look forward to receiving your application, and a great big thank you to Sal for your words of wisdom. I appreciate your leadership so much on the board of directors.
Joyce, before you close, can I say one more thing that I'll regret if I don't say?
Absolutely, go for it.
I would regret if I did not say that there's one other thing that I didn't mention that I got from volunteering. I have a circle of colleagues that have become my close friends. And they're more than just people that I work with or that I've worked with, that I have collaborated with. They are truly people that I go to. And that is one thing that I don't think we talk enough about. So I just wanted to, I feel like if I didn't mention that, that I would not have fully expressed all of the ways in which NOTA has changed my life.
Sal, I appreciate you saying that. I'm going to get weepy-eyed if I continue to talk too much more, but I hear that a lot from a lot of volunteers. NOTA is a family. You will be connected, and you will develop long-lasting relationships, and know that you can reach out to folks with any questions that you might have about things that you're struggling with, even on a personal level. I know that there's a lot of friendships within the association. So we look forward to receiving your applications. And Sal, thank you again for sharing all that you have shared with us in your leadership role and with us today. Thank you so much.